What's up? Big shout out to the drummagazine.com community. Rich Redmond here. We're in beautiful Nashville, Tennessee at Soundcheck Nashville, soundchecknashville.com. The cameras are set up and I am here to talk to you about some money beats. This is Series 2, Lesson 3. These lessons correspond, of course, with my column in Drum Magazine, so be on the lookout for that. We're going to talk about a money beat called the train beat. And this is something that is synonymous with Nashville because I guess it was played with brushes back in the day and it sounded like a train. So it's really surprising to me how many drummers with tons of chops and fill ideas and fast feet don't know what a train beat is and can't play a train beat. Well, I'm going to break it down for you. Very simply, at the heart of what the beat is, it's basically beats 1 and 3 on the kick drum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we have beats 2 and 4 on the snare drum with all this little gurgly popcorn stuff happening on the snare drum as well, and you get this. Now, this groove can be played like all of our money beats at any tempo and at any dynamic level. And it could also be swung. So any of these beats that we talk about can also be swung. So here's it straight and then swung. When we say swung, it means it's more based on a triplet subdivision. So you have straight, and swung. Radar love, right? Okay, so what's happening here in the hands? Well, it's basically eighth notes or 16th notes if you want to think of it that way, but I like to think of it in cut time, eighth notes played fast, and the pattern is 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So all the beats on the snare drum are played low to the head as taps, except for the accented beat, which is 2 and 4, which is played as a stroke. So you get this. Now, if we want to update this groove, of course, we could play it with a little bit more testosterone and we could crack rim shots on the backbeats, which is usually what I like to do, and you get this. And you notice that I played some little drag type figures in there as well. So that's kind of advanced train stuff, and any of the drags you do, they could be played open. Played more with the buzz characteristic, like that'll give it a more New Orleanian kind of a Cajun feel to it. So some other things that you need to know is what you want to do to shape the phrases is there'll be variations in the pattern. So pattern 1 would be this. Check it out in the hands. Pattern 2 will be this. Check it out. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Pattern 3, 2, 3, 4. Pattern 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Pattern 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. Pattern 6, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, that sounded kind of stiff and robotic just playing those stock patterns like that. Of course, you could play the whole song with those patterns, but usually what happens is, guys, you will combine these different patterns to create phrases. So the phrase might be something like do jack 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 skadak do jack 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 skadak. And all these could be played with the hands, they could be played with brushes, they could be played with blastics. You could play in the center of the head, you could play rim shots. Just depends on how aggressively you want the beat to be played, what kind of attitude you want to play it with. You could also pay attention to details like, are you pulling the beater out of the head on the kick drum? Has a more open sound, you know? Or are you burying the beater? Are you using the felt side of the beater or using the plastic side of the beater? These are things that I like to think of in terms of putting these beats together. And you can use the hi-hat on the left foot or not use the hi-hat, so dig. So do you see how the hi-hat was, we can use the hi-hat to really change the attitude and the feel and the drive of the song. So I might play the train beat the whole time and not touch the hi-hat, and then on the bridge or a solo have that thing splashing away or kind of chirping away to create energy. Okay, so let me go through some other bass drum variations you can use to create different feels with the train beat. And a lot of it is very related to the bossa nova or the samba, like douche, the douche, the douche, the douche, da. Or, so when I play this stuff, I think of a shaker. And then some other kind of patterns that you've heard in rock songs before, push patterns like, and then this one. This one, and this one. Okay, so let me play the train beat with some of these variations in the right foot. Doonch, doonch. 1, 2, 3. So basically what I did is I played 2 bars of each pattern. Doonch, 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 dooncha, dooja, 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 dees dash, dees dash, dees dash, dees dash, bang. Now at the end of the column you'll notice there's a section that's called putting it all together. So I'm going to play these beats for you and I'm going to lock it in with a click track right here. Check it, dooga, check it, dooga, check it, dooga, check it, dooch, doo dooch, dooch, doo dooch. 1, 2, 1, 2. And the last one. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So the train beat is a lot of fun. It's not exclusive just to country music. You can make it sound very rock and roll. You can make it sound very Cajun. It's just really how you approach the different colors on the drum set and with your attitude and how you're approaching it. So practice at all tempos, practice at all dynamic levels. Make sure you're singing your grooves, you're counting grooves, and most importantly, you're having fun. So we'll see you next time. DrumMagazine.com. Rich Redmond here. We'll see you next time.